Ancient Egypt holds a special place in the minds of so many because of its beauty and because of its mystery. As time goes by, and as more and more of nature's mysteries have yielded to scientific inquiry, this place, if anything, only becomes more mysterious. The more advanced we become, the more we can recognize in ancient Egypt a science and a level of intelligence that seems to defy rational explanation. In many ways, it seems more like something from the future than from the distant past. The promise of ancient Egypt, for many, lies in the ever-present possibility of recovering the knowledge of the past that empowered ancient man to express such wonders of aesthetic, cultural, and scientific genius. The ancients were careful to leave clues behind that would help the earnest investigator or would-be student of the ancient mysteries to unlock the riddle for themselves. The reason these ancient clues have eluded public attention all these years is because they were located in a place that few would think to look for them. They were hidden in plain sight. They were hidden in the art.
I wanted to say one thing about the entire sort of concept of the new series. Plato said somewhere, when the mode of the music changes, the walls of the city fall. The idea that art is the first barometer of change in human consciousness, that art tells us first when big changes in human consciousness are ready to happen. Artists are the real prophets. Look what rock and roll has done. The Beatles brought down Soviet communism. When the mode of the music changes, the walls of the city fall.
The history of art expresses the unfolding of consciousness. Now, according to the German cultural philosopher John Gebser, the entire history of civilization, the great shifts in culture over time, are caused by grand mutations of consciousness. And these great shifts manifest through all spheres of culture, but they're most visibly evident in art.
But then classical authors all say that culture comes in bursts by different revelations, and these revelations are always the same. So I think that this code is revealed at different times. It's always to different people at different times. So there's different revelations at different times, but it's always the same.
It was the artists, the poets, the musicians, and the literature that most distinctly expressed the shift in consciousness which the civilization was undergoing.
We may be on the edge of a great shift in consciousness. It could happen, and it could happen very, very fast, dramatically fast, and everything could become much better. But I don't want to be wishy-washy about this, and I don't want to say that it's going to be easy. I just want to say that I see faint glimmers of hope and possibility in the new awareness, the new quest that so many people are following to get to grips with the mystery of their lives.
when the mode of the music changes. And it's not because the artists are revolutionaries that are getting people to do these things. The artists are just like a prophet, aware of what has just happened, and they're not afraid to give voice in the only way that they can to what is happening. The philosophies are just a byproduct of the change in consciousness. And so listen for when the mode of the music changes. And it's not causing the change, it's just a byproduct. Art is the prophet.
The sophistication of the ancients is now becoming, particularly in the last 10 years, it's more than a cottage industry. It's become a full-time archaeological, it's become a full-time scholarly industry. The evidence of the extent and level of knowledge available to ancient civilizations is becoming more and more apparent, and the further it goes, the deeper we go, the more sophisticated it appears rather than the less so. Now, the question then arises, how did they get so smart? This is a big question. We don't know, and maybe we never will know, but I think one of the keys to finding out, if it is indeed findable outable, is to try and stop looking at what they did through our eyes. They acquired information by some other method. Now,